Hello everyone, and welcome to another News Coolum video and another charging site review. So we're here on Florin Road in Sacramento at an Electrify America site. I would say it went up recently, but it's actually been a few months at this point. This is just the first time that I've actually stopped by here and checked it out. But this is one of, I think, what Electrify America would consider their urban sites, right, where it's designed more for local communities than it is for highway travelers. I mean, there's a Spark EV charging next to me right now, and someone with one of the gig Bolt EVs parked in front of the charger nearest the store. So I can see how this is pretty much here to support the local community, but it's not too far off the freeway, and it's actually a usable charging site for travel as well. So this site has 4 BTC Power chargers, but they're all 150 kilowatt. So there are no 350 kilowatt chargers here, and so you have 4 of them are CCS chargers, and then one of the BTC Power units, the one closest to the store next to the ADA compliant, also has a 50 kilowatt CHAdeMO head. So it's just a really basic site, just a basic 150 kilowatt charging, which I think is actually ideal. Electrify America said that they were going to not do any new plans for 50 kilowatt chargers anymore, and I think that's appropriate. I think this is a good sort of general purpose speed 150 kilowatts. So I'm just gonna jump right into a site score. So in terms of accessibility, I'm only gonna score this an 8 out of 10. So one of the reasons is I just automatically dock a point off if it's at a retail center, but the other aspect of it is it's a little bit hard to get to. So it's not directly off of the freeway, but really that in and of itself might not dock a point. That extra full point is being docked because there's no full pull-through parking. So a lot of these sites like this, it's just one vehicle nose-in parking. So larger EVs or EVs that are towing or whatnot are going to have to detach a trailer if they want to access these. So yeah, in terms of access, this site's only getting an 8 out of 10. So for amenities, I'm going to give this site a 9 out of 10. And the reason is it's got a lot of different businesses, a lot of different choices for things that you can do here. You're sort of limited on eateries, but it's not too bad. So really the main reason that this is going to get docked a point is there's no real covering here. You're not really going to easily access 24-hour bathrooms, things like that. There's no level 2 charger here to sort of supplement these for more non-DC fast charging electric vehicles that might want to access them. So just overall for amenities, it's just getting a point docked off for that. Otherwise, it's a pretty amenity rich site. Like I said, there's a lot of stores, a lot of businesses here. You're just a little bit limited. So it's getting a 9 out of 10 for amenities. Now for site concentration, this has 4 BTC Power DC fast chargers. That's a little bit above average. So right now I've been scoring that a 6 out of 10. So I mean, it's not a large site, but I think this is an acceptable number. There are enough of these distributed around at different businesses, different locations, that you don't really need a high concentration of chargers at a single site. I think 4, given the current population of electric vehicles, that's just a little bit above average. You're reasonably assured to get access. Right now there's a gig rideshare Bolt EV that's plugged in, and someone else next to me plugged in a Spark EV. So 3 out of 4 stalls are currently occupied, and I'm about to leave anyway, so and I think the Spark EV is probably done as well, or pretty close to it. So like I said, you'll cycle through enough vehicles here even with 4 stalls that I think this is, it's a little bit above average. So it's getting a 6 out of 10 for site concentration. Now for location, this is kind of important, but it's not super important. This is a well-covered Highway 99 route south of Sacramento. Sacramento is getting a huge amount of charging sites put in under that green city initiative for Electrify America. So it's a useful site. It's going to help the community. Clearly there are 3 cars charging here, but it's not that important. So it's only getting an 8 out of 10 for site location. And then for speed, this is one notch below the 350 kilowatt chargers. So it's not the fastest that are available publicly. It's a 9 out of 10 for speed. I think that speed is still appropriate. And I mean, when you break it down in terms of a grade, right, this would still be an A site in terms of score. It's just not as impressive as a 350 kilowatt charger. So 9 out of 10 for charging speed. So that brings the total site score here to 40 out of 50. It's a basic B. The score could go up a little bit, maybe a few more chargers here, maybe some covering for the chargers, that sort of thing. But otherwise, I mean, it's a nice site. I'd like to see them start facilitating full pull-through parking a little bit better. But hey, I mean, this is just, I consider this site to be just a good, workable, decent site. You can't really expect, you know, much more at this point in time. Maybe eventually we'll start seeing these more robust sites, but for now I think this is acceptable. So I'd love to hear what you think. Are you in the Sacramento area? Do you use these sites? Have you rented a gig Bolt EV and used it to drive around town? If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and thank you for watching.